Hey, we're back, and I'm your host, BKP, and I'm glad to be joined this morning with Alicia Edwards. Alicia, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great, but before we get started, are you enjoying the cooler weather?
I am.
Are you?
Yes.
That is for the last couple days here in the North Georgia mountains. You know, in the North Georgia mountains, it's been some cool mornings and cool evenings.
It gets us ready for football and apples.
Football and apples, right? High school football. You're real estate, Century 21, and you have on the screen here Alicia Edwards. And you're in the real estate business. Let me ask you something. I bet you if somebody comes up here, and I know we're going to talk about for sale by owner, but if somebody visits our beautiful area at this time of the year, it's like the time they start falling, and they just fall in love with it, don't they?
Yes. And it's hard not to.
Because the mornings, back to school.
Back to school, yes. We're in full swing. Marching band.
Marching. You have your daughter's in marching band, right?
No, my son.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Daughter's in volleyball.
Yes, my daughter.
I got one right.
Yeah, you got one right.
I got one right. So your daughter's in volleyball and your son's in marching band.
Yep, he's on the drum line.
Back to school, practice every day,
yes.
Out showing property.
Yes.
Nonstop.
Yes.
And our topic today, Alicia, is if I'm thinking about selling my home, and if I'm thinking about going with the route of for sale by owner, okay, and I'm thinking about going the route of for sale by owner, what are some of the top reasons that you shouldn't go with a for sale by owner? Do we have a picture on that over there? A graphic we're going to put up. But what are some of the reasons why, and what are we seeing there on the screen?
Basically, they're just statistical numbers showing you the percentages between for sale by owner and using an agent. When you look at doing a for sale by owner versus an agent, the days of putting a sign in the yard for sale by owner, it's done. Whenever you hire an agent, the agent gets to put it out there. Not that you can't put your house on the internet, but the agents get it out there on the internet, and usually it's shipped out to hundreds of websites. So it's there for prospective buyers, it's there for other agents, for other brokers to see. It's marketing the property. So it's agents have that capability more so than just.
Well, things, and let's just use a 20-year number here. In the last 20 years, 20 years ago, real estate, to purchase real estate was a Sunday afternoon drive for a lot of people, and they went to the area. They were driving in an area visiting, and they got the real estate magazine, and they would drive around neighborhoods and see a sign in the front yard. Getting that sign out in the front yard, it's still important, but it's not as important as getting the mass media of the internet and searches. Is that how people are looking at property more and more every day?
Yes, they are. 94% of the buyers, they'll do a prelim search online. So they go to your typical Zillow or Realtor.com or Trulia, and that's kind of like their prelim search. They'll be like, hey, I want to see this. And, sometimes that helps the agents kind of know what they're wanting. It kind of helps bring in the reins of what they're wanting. But just having that sign out in the yard, I remember us going by and doing that. We'd go to find out what's for sale and who's doing what or whatever. And these days, you want to sell your house, it's got to get out there. It needs to get marketed. And
so the for sale by owner, just looking at a couple things, what does it mean when you say something like there's too many people to negotiate with if you do for sale by owner? What is something like that? What does that mean?
Well, when a buyer comes to you, you have your house for sale, buyer comes to you, they're looking for the best possible deal also. So if you're in there kind of negotiating with that buyer, an agent will come in and they will help back up the value of your home. They're going to point out the high points of your home, and this is why it's worth what it is. The agents will do a market analysis, will pull comps in the area, and all those things to kind of better equip you before you go out. And here comes these buyers coming in. Buyers have a buyer's agent, so that buyer's agent is just solely there to protect the buyer, not you as a seller. So you're going to be going up negotiating against a real estate professional, really unarmed, essentially. And then you have inspectors and appraisers coming out.
That's what I was thinking now. I mean, I don't want to sound negative if somebody out there chooses to sell their home on their own, but now there's so many inspection sheets. There's so many, you have to make sure for certain loans have to make sure there's certain inspections, or you have to go through certain things, checklists. And that seems might be a lot for somebody that just thinks, well, you know what, I'm going to stick a sign in the front yard. I'm going to say this is how much I want, and I'm going to sell my house. But to get a mortgage, to work with a lender, and to meet all the inspection sheets, that doesn't just happen.
Right.
There's a lot of work in that.
There's a lot of work in that. And, your agent is working for you. Like, we don't typically have a 9-to-5 kind of job. We work 24/7 because there's always somebody that needs something. And we're there to help you do those things.
Here's what I don't understand, and I want you to clear this up as far as this answer, because I think a lot of people might feel, or people that want to sell their own home may feel that you want to sell it yourself because you want to cut out the fees and you want to cut out the broker, and you say, why should I pay this? But you say that you net more money when you use an agent. So
Correct.
Explain that to me.
Well, like you said, a lot of sellers think that they're going to make more money by cutting out the real estate professional, when in actuality, statistics show that you net more money using an agent. And the reason for that is, we earn our money, that few percentage in there, we earn it by marketing your property properly. And you'll have buyers come in and they'll say, well, they think that it's worth this or whatever. And again, like I was talking about, doing the market analysis and doing the comps in the area and such like that, they're going to help to back the value of your home. So the average selling price for a home is $185,000 on your own, and it's $245,000 with an agent. So it more than makes up for that few percent that you're paying the agent.
Well, I would think maybe sometimes if you sell your own home, that by the time you get done and you do everything that you have to do, I'd say there's many people that say, wow, if you put together everything I just had to go through to sell this house, I kind of understand, it would have been easier or a lot less pressure if I'd had an agent handle this. And that probably happens a lot.
Yeah, it does happen a lot. We've seen a decrease in the for sale by owner simply because of all the paperwork that's involved. We have about, with the National Association of Realtors and with the GAR forms, we've got about 22 forms that we use to help protect our clients. So we give them information and the legalities that are inside of those forms. The paperwork alone is worth having an agent or professional come in to sell your house.
Well, Alicia, you have every week when you come in, we have a house that you're highlighting for the week. And Sam, do we have some pictures of a listing for Alicia that we're highlighting? What is this listing here we're looking at right now?
The address for this is 106 Simpson Hill Road in Ellijay, Georgia, and it is a fantastic house. It's 3 levels of living, really. One car garage. It comes mostly furnished, and you do have a mountain view off of the front. You have a balcony up in the upstairs bedrooms, and back behind the house, which you can't see right here, but back behind the house is this like little oasis. It's got a covered porch and grilling area. It's just a fantastic area.
And where is this located?
Ellijay, 106 Simpson Hill Road.
That's a beautiful listing. I was looking at it the other day. guilty. I know. I do understand a lot of what you say, because on a Saturday afternoon, I will go through listings and look, and I think that's how people are shopping now. And you have to have a strong presence on multi-listing. And I could see how you would want to attempt to sell your own home, and I wish anybody well. It's America. You do what you want.
Right.
But I can also see where that search engine, if you want to move your house, if you want to move it fast and get it off the market and get it sold and move on, then you have to be able to reach that mass internet market out there. And this is a crazy question. Because I drive around, do they still do the signs in the front yard?
Oh, yeah.
They do? All right, I know.
Yeah.
I said it was a crazy question. It just seems like I don't see it as strong as I used to, you know?
Well, I don't know any agents that do not put their sign up, because
I don't say they don't, but I meant, you know.
You do have you have a small percentage of people that still drive around to find, a house, or they were driving by and they saw the sign. They didn't know the house was for sale, but they were on their way to someplace else and they saw the sign. So I think that I don't think any agent wouldn't put their sign in the front yard.
But it's not, not that they don't, but I mean, it's just not the way you first find a house all the time.
As a buyer
anymore.
Right.
Well, Alicia, I appreciate it, and I enjoyed that, and I enjoy this listing. How can people get in touch with you if they want to list their house, or get in touch with you to see property? You can show them property. How can they get in touch with you?
Well, you can always call me at 678-622-0302, and you can email me at aedwards874@yahoo.com.
You got it?
It's like a Monday for me today.
That's okay. That's okay.
All day.
There you go. You got to remember that. So you will get used to that, because I don't forget the phone number here now. I used to have blanks. Alicia, I appreciate you very much. And don't forget, if you're out there and you want to do a for sale by owner, hey, it's America. You can do what you want. But in the real estate market today, and the internet and the way it is, an agent may be the way to go for you. And if you're looking for an agent, you can possibly get in touch with Alicia. One more time, just put that up at the top there of how to get in touch with her, Alicia Edwards, and she'll be glad to show you some property and check out the listings she have. And you'd like to list their home if they want to sell it, right?
Absolutely. I want to be your realtor.
I want to be your realtor.
Yes.
Okay, we'll be back right after these messages and continue our show. The topic we had earlier this morning will continue. Take us a break, Sam.